Hi guys, welcome back to WePlaySG, and today we have a rather special video. So this is not unboxing and neither do I really call it a review. So but yeah, basically this is a button shy game, and this is by Antinomy by John Beluchis. So as you can see here, or as you already know, probably, but if you don't, this is a button shy game once again, and what it means is that this is basically a pocketable game. So you can see it's not very big, and it's the size of almost like a wallet. And yeah, this is a sort of a micro game, and it's made out of mostly 18 games, and they do have quite a bit of games that is in this format, and they also do have print and plays, but I'm not too much into that. So yeah, I've actually bought this off them, and because I stay in Singapore, so actually the shipping is really expensive to ship all this over. So I actually use EasyBuy to actually ship this over, and it's only cost me about $4.99 Singapore dollars. So I actually went ahead and got 6 of them, so I can let you guys see. Some I've played before, some I've not. So I've played the ones on the bottom, so the Revolver Noir, the Liberations, and Antimony. And this I've not tried, this I've not played it, and this I've not played it as well. This is a solo one. This is the only solo one that's among all of this, and all of them is a 2-player game. So yeah, but today I'm going to talk about just Antinomy. So basically this is like an intro, so I'll talk more in this video and let you guys know my thoughts on it. And yeah, again, this is not scripted, so yeah, everything is just flowing out of my mind. And yeah, and I find these games really interesting because firstly it's small, it's really easy to bring it around. So once I actually went for car servicing, and actually just brought one of these along and just played it there, which is really nice because there's not a lot of games that you can do that. So yeah, basically this is once again Antinomy, and it has a very nice rulebook. So you can see it's a very short rulebook, and yeah, so one for the cover, one for the quick reference, and yeah, the rest is just the rules. So again, it's not very difficult to play. So what you do is you have these 2 cards, which I've separated using the this, I'm not sure what these are called. I think the staff cards or something. So this belongs to each player. So this belongs to the opponent, and this, let's say, belongs to me. So I'll just leave them slightly off the screen because they are not too important. And the rest are Antinomy cards. So yeah, I think they call it the let's see, the relic cards. So these are the sorcerer cards, and these are the relic cards. And as you can see, so for what I really like about micro games is that they do really make use of every inch of one card. So this is not only the back of the card, which they are all the same. It also serves as a purpose, which I'll show you guys later. So yeah, basically what you do is you just lay 9 of them. Again, I'm not going to show everything, so just pretend that we have 9. Yeah, so pretend that there's 9 here. So yeah, and each of us will have 3 cards to start with. So maybe I can show you guys here like this. So you have 3 cards here, and 3 cards for our opponent like this. And then so these are the leftover cards. So then again, that in a real game there wouldn't be any leftover cards, but again, I'm only putting like 5 here. So in the last card we'll put it like this. In the rulebook it says to use coin or any tokens to put onto one of these spaces. So let's say the last card here is in this case it's a green, so we actually put it on a green. Yeah, so let's say if we were to put a token on the green symbol, this means that in that round we can't score with a green card. So I'll explain how to score later on. But yeah, basically you put a token there or a coin because you'll be traveling, so that's why they mention using a coin. So you can put 1 there, so then that will be symbolizing which color you can score it. So but what I do is I actually just put it like this, because this can represent each corner. So by putting this way, it means that I can't actually use the green one. If I rotate it, then this means I can't use the purple one. So I think that's just a bit more convenient. And yeah. So for the setup, then basically if whatever this color is, so in this case it's a green, so we can each put our sorcerer cards in either this green or the next green, or whichever green is showing on this line. So let's say I put here and my opponent put here. So that's where we will start. So yeah, in this game basically you are trying to collect sets of 3 cards. So what these 3 cards should be is, it must be either 3 of the same color, 3 of the same symbol, or 3 of the same numbers. So in this case I'm short of 1. Yeah, so that's the set we are going for, and for each time we complete a set we gain a point. So the first one to 5 points wins the game. However, these points can be taken from you, so so that's where the fun of the game comes in as well. And yeah, so the color that I was mentioning here just now, so the color that you can't score with, so let's say I have let me see, if I have, let's say like this, 3 ones, so normally I could score, but then it's because I have a green card here, and currently is the green one for this round, so I can't score like this. So the only way for me to score with 3 ones is if I have this one over here, which, so in this case I can score because I don't have any greens here. So yeah, that's the rough idea of the game. And so what you do in your turn is you'll use a card. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to exchange cards from the center row, which is shared between you and your opponent. Looking this way, if let's say my sorcerer card is here, so if I have to play with let's say this card, let's say you have to play this card, I can either use the number, the color, or the symbol inside. If I have to use the number, I will have to move my sorcerer card towards the right this number of steps. So if I have to use this for the number, I will move here, and that's it. Then I will exchange this card with whatever card the sorcerer card lands on, like this. Okay, but let's rewind back. But let's say if I have to use it for the color, I can actually go towards the left, and only to the left. So the numbers are for the right, the colors are for the left. So in this case I can choose this card, and if there are any numbers towards the left, I can choose that as well. So I mean, if there's any other colors to the left that is of purple color, then I can do that as well. So yeah, so basically same thing. If I would choose this card, I can come here and I can take this and replace. Okay, so but for example, if my sorcerer card is here and I use this for the purple color, I can actually choose to land here or land here. So that's up to you. Yeah, so let's say I end here, and then I'll just do the swap as per normal. And the last one is that I can use it for the symbol. So the symbol works the same as a color, just that you have to land on the same symbol. So in this case there's no ring symbol on the left, so I can't do that. But let's say if there is, let's say if there's one here, then same thing, I can use this for the symbol, move here, then exchange the cards as per normal. Yeah, so right after exchanging, if I were to form let's say a set that doesn't include this color, so then I will gain a point. So what I do is I shuffle out my cards, face down of course, then I will choose either the left or the right. So yeah, in this case I'll just move it like this. Okay, so in this case this is the last card, so I can't choose anything from the left because there's no 3 cards for me to get. So I will actually have to choose from this only. So that's what I will do. I'll just lay them down like this. I'll take these 3. So this will become my hand, and my opponent can see exactly what I have. And then I will just put this face up like that. And then your opponent will actually continue the game. So yeah, that's how the games work. So what about the stealing points that I was talking about? So this actually happens when the opponent actually lands on the same card as you. So what this happens is that you resolve the set effect first, meaning you actually gain 1 point for whatever set you have, and then do the swapping or do the sort of hand exchange. Then after that, you total up the scores that you have in numbers with your opponent to see who has the highest number. So the highest number one will actually steal the point from the lower number one. Yeah, so that's how it works. And in the case of a tie, you just shuffle your cards and then pick one randomly. So that will be the number representing you for that sort of point stealing. So yeah, but what I do is actually I shuffle. Then I would pick my opponent's one of my opponent's card, and my opponent would pick one of my cards. So just to be fair, because it's only 3 cards, you can easily count like if I like do this, I can just easily count like where's the 4. And I'll just pick the 4 out. So yeah. So I think that's a bit more fair. And yeah, so basically this just goes on and until somebody reaches 5 points. So yeah, actually what I think about this game is that the first time I played it, I thought 5 points would be too fast. So actually I played with 3 points. Then I realized that within like a few minutes we already reached 3 points. So then I just played normally trying to reach 5 points. Yeah, so but this is actually a very simple game in terms of mechanics and the components and of course. But yeah. Oh, another point is that regarding the rules is that every time you complete a set, then you actually rotate this clockwise. Yeah. So normally if you play with the token will just move. Yeah. So but in this case, I just use the point to kind of mark it. So yeah. So every time I'll just twist the card. Yeah. So yeah, in essence, I think that this card here also plays a very important role because it's hidden, but technically everybody knows why is this card because as the cards start to move around, so you'll start to know and can count what card is this. So if let's say I were to give simple information like this, so you can see all the different cards here, I guess. Yeah, so you can see that all the ones are out and all the 2s. So one of the 2 is hidden. So there's 2 2s here and there's 1 2 here. So this means that this is a 2. And then we can start to see the colors. So the blue one is missing. So there's a blue 2 as well as the symbol. So we have 3 feathers here, 1 feather here. The skulls, we have it. The rings we don't. So we can see that this is a blue color 2 with the ring symbol. So yeah, that's actually correct because everything here is finite, meaning that we actually have 4 of each number, 4 of each color, and 4 of each symbol. So yeah, and this makes for a very interesting game because you can actually start to count and see what your opponent have, and there's 0 luck in this game, kind of. And then because you know what's coming next, so you can actually like kind of avoid having green colors in your hand, so that if your opponent were to win, then you don't have any cards that is green, so you can score easily. So yeah, I think that's a very interesting aspect of the game, that the component size is very little, but you can actually start to count and counter your opponent, like trying to outsmart or outguess what your opponent is trying to take. But of course, it's also very limited to what you have, meaning that let's say I have this in my hand, so I can only move right side 2 or 3, and I can only move to the feather space or skull space or the purple, blue, and red. Yeah. So but then you have to spend the card away, so you can't just move there and do nothing. So maybe in this case, maybe I'm trying to go for a feather set, so I can use this. So what I can use this for is the number, color, and symbol. So if it happens that there's no cards that I want there, then I will be stuck for a while, and I will need to take like a few turns before I can try to get another feather symbol. Yeah, so I think that's also the interesting part of this game. Yeah, and I like how tight it is, in the sense that like there's really a lot of thinking behind this game, because it's really not luck based at all. Yeah, I mean maybe a little bit, because depends on where you win, then you kind of get the corresponding cards. So if you were to get a set of cards that's really good, or maybe it just so happens that you have a set already, or like maybe just 1 card away, so that'll be kind of lucky. Yeah, but otherwise you can kind of know like what your opponent has. So I think that's a very interesting aspect of this game. Yeah, so yeah, basically this is Antinomy. So yeah, and there's no really any reboxing needed for this, but that's just how I like to set my cards. yeah, so basically I just do this. I have like 8 cards on each side, so one will be this, one will be this, and then I'll just store it here. So, oh, by the way, the sleeve that I'm using is from Sleeve King. It's the standard size, 63.5 by 88 millimeters. So again, I will also link the sleeve down below, so you can check it out. And yeah, basically, it's a very interesting game. It's so simple, but then when you play it, it's really like sort of really like hurts your brain trying to think and outguess your opponent. So yeah, I think it's a small but yet interesting game. So basically this is Antinomy, and again, do give this video a like if you like what you saw, and do consider subscribing. And yeah, I think this will be the first one, so I'll continue on with the next game, just to give a short breakdown of the game and like talk about it. So yeah, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.